Hello, hockey fans. My name is David. Thought I would start this video at 1:50 on the afternoon of Sunday, 23rd of April, 2023, North American Eastern Time. 5:50 the same afternoon, GMT. So it's going to be a hockey video. To discuss in that video the recently concluded International Ice Hockey Federation Adult Women's World Tournament, took place over in Brampton, a suburb of the capital of the Canadian province of Ontario, Toronto. So it was overall it was tournament that featured Canada winning, the Canadian team winning every one of its games except the gold medal one. It was 6-3 favor of the American team. Too many penalties taken, and penalties, just too many penalties. I count 2 goals the Americans scored on the Canadian PK. Not good. Disappointed the Canadian adult women's team lost by a country mile, but not that it got a medal. And it was just a collapse in the third period, and go there. So I'm going to head on over to the another IIHF tournament, the Under-18 Men's Worlds. So I'd like to congratulate the Canadian team on clinching a spot in the quarters after a rough start against its Swedish counterpart. And as of now, it looked like it was like a 2-0 win, 2-0 win by the Swedish team against its Czech counterpart. The latter goal, an empty netter. So yeah, Sweden wins the tiebreaker against Canada easily. Well, 8-0 win, so yeah, Canada cannot finish higher than second. But if Canada... Alright, so Czechia-Canada game will decide which team finishes in second. So basically, Canada has a 2-point cushion over its Czech counterpart. Because of this, if Canada gets a point, it will advance. It will finish second. And and given what the standings are, Latvia cannot finish better than fourth. Norway can't finish better than fourth. It'll be one of the United States, Finland, or Switzerland. So it doesn't really matter. But I think beating Czechia, will instill a sense of pride in the Canadian under 18 men's team. Who knows if that's going to happen? We'll have to see. Game will take place on Tuesday Eastern Time, 12:30 start of the broadcast on TSN. I'm not sure which TSN channel it's going to be, but look at the TV schedule. So yeah, 8-0 win, 8-0 loss to its Swedish counterpart, 8-0 win over its German counterpart. Canada now has a goal difference of +1. But again, it's got to continue to keep its goals down. So against it was there 4-3. Yeah. So let's see what happens. So now we go to the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs. Penalties have been costly a lot of times. The Leafs ended up taking so many penalties. They allowed 4 power play, 4 goals against their own PK. It's pretty bad. I'm just gonna have to look at the stats here, using ESPN to do so. Just gonna. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, it was 4 unanswered goals by the Bolts. So power play, it was 2 power play goals. We got 3. There were 4 power play goals. Not good. A substantial improvement in game 2. 7-2 in favor of the Leafs. Uh, hugely important here. Game 3 of that series was a little bit of a step back. Leeds needed overtime, and it was very late in the first overtime period. That game almost needed a second overtime, as the Jets had needed, as the Golden Knights Jets game had needed earlier on Saturday Eastern time. So yeah, it was very late. Morgan Riley, assisted by Ryan O'Reilly, ended that game for the Leafs. 2-1. Hopefully, the Leafs won't gamble with overtime again in the postseason, because it's a crapshoot. Lost more games than they won. And losses don't come. Overtime losses in the postseason do not come with points. They only come with heartbreak. They overcame as well a Samsonov who gave up 2 outie goals. There's more in a tweet about those goals. And in terms of an interesting episode of the Steve Dangle podcast, it's about this pro Dubas bias again. Dubas has built this great team and all that. Well, for the regular season, yes. For the postseason, not yet. And that 4-3 win was a squeaker. Who knows if the Leafs will manage to build on that 2-1 lead. I'd say that Game 4 of that series could go either way, as far as I'm concerned. So while secondary scoring hasn't been a problem yet, the Leafs have been able to overcome a very flawed roster, take a 2-1 lead. We know what's happened in the past. Leafs have had series leads and they've blown them ultimately, at least during the cap era. Now we go to Winnipeg Jets team that looked good in the first game, but hasn't looked good since then. Consecutive losses, and one of them 5-4 in double overtime. It's Game 3. Not that far in double OT. Next 2 games, going to be in next game is going to be on Monday Eastern Time, 9:30. It's going to be a very late start for Easterners. It's just surprising because, it shouldn't be that late, but it is. What can you do? Because the Jets secondary scoring did did skyrocket in the third period. So second period dominated by the Golden Knights. Jack Eichel from Pietrangelo and Theodore, 252 mark. Eichel from Pietrangelo and Riley Smith, the 10:46 mark, and then 17:45 Keegan Kolsar from Eichel and Malatio. And it was at that point 4-1 Knights. And then it was third period was the Jets literally turned on the Jets. 3 goals from Niederreiter, assisted by Dubois and Pionk, Scheifele from Pionk and Connor, Lowry from Nemestikov and Pionk. And yes, Josh Morrissey is out of the first of the Jets Golden Knight series. I feel for him. Some lower body injury, but what can you do? Alright, it's going to go to... Let me just go here. Alright, so we go... So we're going to go here. It's going to go out at least for the remainder of that series. So it's going to be... Yeah. It's kind of sad, but what can you do? It's knee-on-knee collision in which Morrissey was, got enough of it that, got enough of the impact that, he's sidelined for however long that Western Conference quarterfinal goes. So, I thought, the Oilers and, Yeah, Leafs, gotten their legs going. They needed quite a while to do in that first game, but but in each of those three, Leafs have so far put up at least this many goals. That's not been the case for the Oilers. It's been they put up 3 goals in game 1 of the series, 4 in the game 2, just 2 in game 3, and when it was power play, it was a lack of even strength goals that ultimately did the Oilers in. All but 1 goal scored in game 3 of the Kings Oilers series was on a power play. Neither team scored a shorthanded goal. Iafallo from Matt Raw and Anze Kopitar, with just over half a minute to go in the first period, was the only even strength goal that either team scored in that game. Yeah. I go to an article, very interesting article, NHL.com, from Mike Moriali of NHL.com, a staff writer, wrote 14th of April Eastern Time. Oilers built for deep run through Stanley Cup playoffs, say ESPN analysts. Have the Oilers been built for a deep run? No. So let's say, the diversity of scoring, of point production in that 4-3 Leaf overtime win was absolutely absent. Was absent. So I'm going to go now to an interesting article by Mark Spector of Sportsnet, and claim that the reffing may not have been the best in the world, but the Oilers did themselves in. At least unproductive. Hyman, Yamamoto, Kane, Nugent Hopkins, Ekholm. It was pretty bad. So who's who of who didn't get points. So what I thought I would do is go to that box score. Alright, I'm just gonna come on. Alright. Come on. Alright, me just go. Go to the box score, see about the lack of point production for the Oilers. So I thought I'd go back a little bit to the Leafs and the diversity of point production. So the full box score for that game. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna go to the box score or go to ESPN. So let's go to the Leafs, and for the forwards, Chari got a goal, Yarncrook got an assist. Matt Knies got his first ever NHL playoff point via an assist. Marner got 2 assists. Matthews scored a goal. Nylander assisted on a goal. Ryan O'Reilly put up 3 points, a goal and 2 assists. Even the defense chipped in. Morgan Rielly having scored a goal to win that game. I mean, when it comes to face-off wins, we're kind of all over the map. Let's see about the Oilers, and we'll go to the box score here. I mean, face-off wins were all over the map. So Bukestad and Draisaitl, kind of a mixed bag. Each of them took almost 20 draws. Bukestad won 12 of 19. Draisaitl just 6 of 17. McDavid won 9 of 17. Ryan McLeod 5 of 7. No one else took a face-off for the Oilers, and I don't know what the face-off percentage was like, but he wasn't. I think it wasn't great. But what is more notable is, we look at point production. We've got 2 points for the blue line, both from Evan Bouchard on assists. Draisaitl got us, assisted on a goal. David scored 2 goals. Nugent Hopkins put up a point via an assist. Who didn't among forwards? Bukestad. Vogel put up a point. Nope. Hyman. Nope. And he was a -1. Evander Kane. Nope. -1. Costin. Nope. Ryan McLeod. Nope. Derek Ryan. Nope. Kyle Yamamoto. Nope. So to say that, according to ESPN analysts, these Oilers are built for a deep run, I'm not yet convinced the Oilers are. Yeah. So, let's go to a controversial penalty. So, why the Kings' OT winner against the Oilers had counted after a review for a high stick. So, it was written by Sportsnet. Yeah, Sportsnet by staff of Sportsnet. Lengthy review. Now for the puck, it flex up above their heads. Velarde appeared to knock it down with a stick. Officials didn't whistle to play dead. Right? Yelling for a high stick whistle, and Velarde was allowed to set up more to go. Could not find conclusive evidence that Velarde played the puck with a high stick. Couldn't find conclusive evidence according to the officials. Whatever the call was, it didn't matter. Because, again, just going to go to... Where are we go here? Just going to go to 2 nights ago. Just going to... let me just go to here. Just going to... Alright, so... Just going to try to go and... to see about this. I know there's this clip from a couple videos I took. Just give me a moment here. Just gonna. So just gonna go. Just give me a moment here. Alright, so. Alright, so. Just gonna go. Okay. So that was early on the morning of Saturday, 22nd of April, Eastern Time. So yeah. So, Jay McLennan, also nicknamed Noodles, TSN Circles, color commentator for Sens games broadcast on that TV network, and is a co-host of Overdrive 1050, the late afternoon show broadcast on Toronto, TSN radio station on Toronto's Toronto radio station TSN 1050, claimed that it hadn't mattered that there was a high stick, supposed high stick that had knocked the puck down, but that the Oilers had been in the penalty box. And yeah, too many penalties. And those penalties, at bare minimum, have been momentum killers for the Oilers. So, now I'm going to go to an interesting article by Oilers Nation. A must-win situation. Couldn't say it better myself. This is Game 4. If the Oilers don't win, this is the deficit the Oilers will be facing going back to their home arena, which is Rogers Place. Who wants that? Not me! So, going to go to how the Edmonton Oilers can come back and beat the Kings. Well, it's from... Right, we have from David Staples of the Edmonton Journal. Well, series won 2 games and lost 1. More grade shots, even strength. Key subset of 5 alarm shots. Like, very, very close in. Yeah, not enough of those, and no surprise, the Oilers end up scoring just this many goals against the Kings in a game that ended early Saturday Eastern Time. So yes, and I go to see the S article about the Oilers. Stuart Skinner was supposed to be the backup, but has become the first, become the main goalie, be starting in against the Kings. So, not now. But yeah, so. LA Kings have on average scored 3 goals per game. Yeah, I'm just going to go right here. Alright, I got to go to. Alright. Let's see about the Oilers. The Oilers 3, 4, and 2. Alright, that's right. 3, 4, and 2. So that's 9 goals. 4, 2, 3. So each of the Oilers and Kings have each scored on average this many goals per game. The Oilers, yeah. So the series is close, but still not good. So now to go to Edmonton Oilers Twitter about where the broadcast is going to be. Pinned tweet about playoff game day. Well, I wish it were. I wish it were specified. Okay, Sportsnet. Okay, on which regional network? How much it is on all of them. I've checked that out myself. Just gonna see here. I can just do that. I'm just gonna check it there. Just gonna see if I can just get the Sportsnet TV networks. All right, so it's gonna go. All right, it's gonna be ultimately on the Sportsnet regional networks. All right, so it's gonna there. All right, so we're good to go. So yeah, it's ultimately going to be there, but it's going to start on Sportsnet West, while the Stars Wild game will be broadcast on the remaining 3 regional channels. So yes, so I'm going to go to Sportsnet West so I don't miss a moment of the action, or at least miss as few moments as possible of the action. So I just wish the Oilers would see Sportsnet. Okay, so it's going to be on Sportsnet West, and it shows in the Sportsnet schedule games that it's going to be on. So yeah, so this is for 23rd of April Eastern Time, Sportsnet West. So that's good. So now I'm going to go to a couple tweets here. So so you have that, and you done a really good thing to have the series. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Sorry, that. We shot running our play. Okay, let me just go. So where's the radio here? I'm just gonna figure out here. Jack Michaels. Barricade's on the ice this morning. Likely maintenance. Skinner starts game 4. Be on the radio for pregame. Please be in sync through radio player app. That's interesting. So starting 8:05 Eastern time. Thank you, Jack. Very much appreciated. Yes, I understand. I understand. The use of Hunter Ryan Singh as play-by-play commentator for Oilers games. Well, he's the typical weekend one. Well, Jack Michaels for at least for Saturday nights. Hunter Ryan Singh does for Saturday games. Played by the Oilers. At least most of them anyway. Jack Michael does during the weeknight games during the regular season and preseason. And I miss Jack's lines of "The pleasure was all ours." Well, I've come used to not hearing that, but hey, on the bright side, the preseason is coming up in September. It'll be interesting to find out what happens with the Oilers in this playoff series. Built for a deep run? Not yet. But again, the Oilers have a lot of work to do. So now to go to... what is it there? So one of the key things to do is depth scoring has to show up. I was concerned going into the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Leafs' depth scoring wouldn't show up. I'm just going to go to... forget this is over there. So an episode of the Real Kipper and Bourne Show broadcast in the middle of last May during the week that followed the Leafs' first round loss to the Bolts. So I'm just going to try to go on the links here. Oops, sorry for that. Alright, so we're going to go to... oh, wait, oh yeah, okay. It's about the opening up shooting lanes part. That, Nick Kifrios goes by the Twitter handle at Real Kipper. Calls to the Real Daytime via sports via the Sportsnet 590, the fan radio station. Claimed that on an episode mid-May of last year, during the Bolts Leafs 2022 playoff series, none of Ilya Mikheyev, Pierre Engvall, or Michael Bunting had, quote, opened up lanes, unquote. And I take that to mean shooting lanes on then Bolts main goalie Vasilevsky. And yeah, none of them opened up lanes. That wasn't good. And I mean, look at Game 7. This is the scoreboard with the Leafs lost that game. So if the Oilers are going to avoid the same fate, or avoid going out in the first round of their 2023 playoff series against the Kings, they're going to have to open up some shooting lanes. Depth scoring is going to have to come up from the surface and resurface and not be down below the water in submarine mode. Because it says, figuratively speaking, in submarine mode, it's no good. Yes, I know submarines can stay underwater for hours at a time, but when it comes to scoring, they have to resurface. You want to have enough scoring, it has to surface. They have to put pucks on net and really getting them close. Score some greasy goals, and that will help. It's not like Korpisalo didn't beat the Leafs in a 2020 playoff series between the Blue Jackets and the Leafs for nothing, shutting out the Leafs this many times. In this game, at the very beginning, and at the very end of that series. 2 games, 2 shutout wins for the Blue Jackets, with Korpisalo having started each of those games. But they figured, okay, an X factor, it's going to be Korpisalo, given what he had done to the Leafs. But again, are the Oilers built for a deep playoff run? That NHL.com article. I forget who claimed it was theirs. Yeah. Strong, might be better than they were. Do they have enough to take it even further? Well, so ESPN analyst Mark Messier claimed to have liked what he had seen and felt the Oilers might be equipped for an even better outcome this season. Even better outcome? Given how this first round series is gone, I don't know. When I look at the playoff history of the Oilers, it hasn't been very kind. Alright, so we go to the Edmonton Oilers seasons. So when I look at the playoffs, when I look at the Oilers, it's been a rough go. So, see from the 2010s onward how the Oilers have gotten done, or during the Cap era. So they got all the way to a Cup final, and then, they went a long while before qualifying for playoff action again. 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs, the Oilers end up winning their opening round series in 6 games, but losing a conference semifinal in 7. So winning against the Sharks, losing to the Ducks. And then it was after that 1, 2, 3, 4, and they went 4 seasons without winning a playoff series before last postseason winning 2. But was last season a flash in the pan? Unless the Oilers can beat the Kings later on Sunday Eastern time, when the game that begins earlier Sunday, late Sunday Eastern time, I predict the Oilers' success last season will have become a flash in the pan after the current Kings Oilers playoff series is done. Why? Look at the history. It's been a rough go. 1 playoff series win following a 2006 appearance in a Stanley Cup final. So, all in all, the Oilers have won. The Oilers won just this. The Oilers won this many playoff series from the 2005-06 season to the 2018-19 one. 4 playoff series, and 3 of them in the first season of the Cap era. Wow. Who was on that team? Alright, I'm going to go to the Oilers. So, 2005-06 Oilers season. The Oilers would not make a conference final appearance until later. So, look at the various players who are on that Oilers team. Alex Hemsky, Sean Horkoff. Both of them former players. Jarrett Stahl. Former D-man, Ryan Smith. Chris Pronger, Raffi Torres. Fran Pisani, Marc-Andre Bergeron. Brad Dvorak. Steve Stais. Yeah. Ethan Moreau. Yeah. Igor Ulanov. Georges Larac. Current commentator for TVA Sports, a Canadian French language TV network. Sergei Samsonov. He's now a scout for the Hurricanes. Marc-Antoine Pouliot. It's amazing that he's still playing, still around. Born in Quebec City. Played for the Canadian national team. Now it's interesting, he's still around here. It's 37. But again, I don't blame anyone who's anything. Oh, it's hard to find. Yeah, okay. UC Markkinen, former professional ice hockey executive. Danny Severett. Jan Stastny. Former pro ice hockey executive. Matthew Waugh. Ice hockey D-man. So that's, 2 or so? I go 2 or so players who've still playing hockey somewhere in the world. Yeah. It looks a lot different now. So I'll do is go to the current season. It's going to go. Alright, I'm going to go to the current season. Let's see what the Oilers done. So what I would do is go with the current season. So what the Oilers have done here. So, in terms of when they were acquisitions, Oscar Klefbom injured. So, still some players acquired during the 2010s. But none who were acquired in 2009 or later. The 2015, so still quite a few. Let's see about the Leafs and what they require here. So I'm gonna go with the Leafs and determine how many they were acquired. So who was acquired? It's understandable there's been a lot of change because, well, it's been how many have been acquired in 2010s or still with the team? Justin Hall, 2016. Alex Kerfoot, 2019. Tim Liljegren, 2017. Marner Matthews, respectively, 2015-2016. Jake Muzzin, 2019. 2014, Nylander. Morgan Riley and Nick Robertson, each 2012-2019. That's 9. 2018, Tavares, so that's 10. So 10 acquired in the 2010s. 10, well, 11. 11 acquired in the 2010s. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, about the same. Anyway, this video is kind of getting a little bit long, so I thought I would do is to end this off. If you like the video, you can always click like. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you do, you'll get more timely updates of notifications than by not subscribing. Subscribing is, of course, up to you. I'm going to say, in terms of all the various tournaments, go Canada go, go Oilers go, go Jets go, and go Leafs go.